4:52 to play. Montana with the basketball as Haley Hewitt has checked into the game for Montana, playing in her second Big Sky tournament game as Carmen Gfeller off the mark on a left wing three. Gfeller hasn't looked all that sharp so far. She does have a couple of points, turnover, and she is 1 of 4 from the floor. Loetta bounces to Millie Knowles sitting up top on the arc. Right back to Loetta on the left wing. Loetta dribbling, trying to go past Markson. Has to scoop it back to Jaleesa Lawrence. Lawrence now has to get past Markson. She barrels into Markson, who takes the charge. Ball going the other way. Gina Markson, gritty play there. Big Sky honorable mention this year. Really known for the offense, specifically the three-point shooting over the second half of the season, but taking the charge here to get the ball back from Montana. The Lady Grizz are on a drought of nearly 3 minutes. They trailed by a pair early on. Sammy Fatkin left angle, gets some space and knocks down the jumper. Sammy Fatkin with 6 early on. She's a perfect 3 of 3 from the floor. She's tied this game at 10. 6 of the 10 right now for Sammy Fatkin, who's coming off that 21-pointer against Idaho in her final game at Dahlberg Arena. Pulling up for the Eagles, Alexis Pettis no good, and Gina Markson with one hand snags the rebound. Markson looking to give Montana the lead and does just that. Blows by the defender, and Gina with an easy layup at point-blank range. Montana has scored 4 in the last minute now after that long scoring drought, and they lead by a pair. Loetta looking for the lead right back, missing the 3. Fatkin had a rebound. It just kind of trickled off her fingers, and it leads to Alexis Pettis burying a mid-range jumper. Very weird. Sammy Fatkin, typically a sure thing on the glass, 6 rebounds per game, but that one just off her fingertips. She may have started to move without the basketball. Eastern back even with Montana. We're tied at 12. Sammy lobs to the corner. Extra pass for Stump. Stump going to drive in. Pulls up over 2 defenders. Couldn't get the shot, but does get the foul, and Stump heads to the line. Back in for Montana, it's Matt Koenig. She'll take the spot of Gina Markson on the floor. In for Eastern, it's Jacinta Buckley, the UNLV transfer, back in for the Eagles. Gabby Young also on the floor, and a late substitution here brings Aaliyah Alexander back for Eastern as well. And now we're getting subs all over the place right now. Burton Oliver's in, Danny Barch is back in. Yes, this is crazy. Camille Jench is in for Eastern Washington. And finally now, Libby Stump will attempt a couple of freebies. Good on the first. Libby Stump, a 71% free throw shooter. Great Floors is proud to support the Grizz, and for 50 years, they've been proud to provide quality flooring for families and businesses throughout the Northwest. Visit greatfloors.com to find your nearest showroom today. Stump goes 2 of 2, and Montana pulls ahead 14-12. 2:55 to play in the opening quarter of this quarterfinal matchup. Winner moves on to take on Northern Arizona tomorrow afternoon at noon. Aaliyah Alexander off the dribble 3, off the mark. Alexander really good from downtown, 37%, but she misses there. Libby Stump turns it over in transition, was looking for Barch, and the ball bats around and ends up with Jamie Loetta. Loetta hands off for Jacinta Buckley, who barrels in. Danny Barch just shut her down at the rim. Big-time rejection there from Barch. Ball back to Montana. Koenig sets the table. Weaving around that three-point line, faced up by Jaleesa Lawrence. Coach Holsinger barking to get Libby Stump into the corner. Koenig now finds Barch in the opposite corner. Now Fatkin up top. Sammy barrels in, has a double team in front of her, gets it to Koenig, steps into the 14-footer and buries it. Matt Koenig, the freshman out of Canada, 9 points per game, scoring her second basket of the afternoon here. The Big Sky Freshman of the Year. First Lady Grizz to be awarded that since Mandy Morales, as Jamie Loetta cuts to the rack and scores. Loetta with the layup makes it 16-14. Stump, pull-up jumper, rattles it home. Libby Stump gives Montana a 4-point advantage, $1:35 to play. Been a fun back-and-forth game. Montana has hit their last 4 shots from the floor after that near 3-minute scoring drought. Pulling up was Alexander on the right block and missed it. Danny Barch collects the board, her third of the day. The leading rebounder for Montana, Danny Barch, She averages about 8 per contest. It would be the highest mark since 18-19 when Jace Henderson averaged 8.5 per contest for the Lady Grizz. The last foul going on Eastern Washington. I didn't catch who the player was. It was Jaleesa Lawrence. Lawrence, that's number 2 for her, so Lawrence will exit the game. 12 points per game. 10 points per game for Jaleesa Lawrence. Koenig drives. Pass goes right through the fingertips of Keely Burton-Oliver, and Eastern runs away with it. In transition, nice little Euro step, and Alexander scores off the window. Coming off a career day, 21 points in the win over Montana State a week ago. And a nifty move there from the freshman out of Federal Way, Washington. 50 seconds to go, Montana up a pair. Stump spinning, Stump gets to the post and draws the foul. It's going on Andy Zylak, a sophomore out of Spokane. And Stump goes right back to the charity stripe. She just hit 2 there moments ago, looking to make it 3 and 4. Montana as a team, 77% at the line. This one rolls off the front of the rim. Number 2 for Libby. That one's true. Libby has hit 3 of her first 4 at the charity stripe, and now Montana will apply some pressure and get a steal in the backcourt. Danny Barch, an easy deuce for her. Montana up 5 with 35 seconds to go. That backcourt pressure works to perfection. Immediately, as Coach Holsinger calls for it, they get a steal and an easy score. Down to 25 seconds to go, about an 8-second differential between game and shot clock. With it here, it's Alexander crossing up on Fatkin. Alexander scores 2 in a row. Good move there from Aaliyah Alexander, created just enough separation to lay one off the window. Keely Burton-Oliver with the left, scores quickly on the other end. 7 seconds to go, quickly inbounded to Alexander. 3 seconds to go. Alexander blocked by Barch at the half-court line, and the first quarter expires. High-scoring first 10 minutes. It's Montana 23, Eastern Washington 18. Got a good one brewing in the quarterfinals of the Big Sky Tournament. We'll go to break. This is Lady Grizz basketball from their field